needed to be in the back mount. Let me start off first showing some good base positions. We can get down, hands and knees. From the back mount, really good base positions here is to, whether you have your hooks in or not, is to reach through underneath their arm and re-grab their wrist. Both sides, either side doesn't matter, but it gives you good strong leverage to either take their bases away or to just hold on and, for the ride. Showing some of the positions here. Obviously getting your hooks down and in and through. The goal here obviously is to push back with your legs as far as you can. You can reach under here and grab the wrist like I was showing a second ago to keep yourself from getting too high. Push back all the way with your legs, and this puts their legs up in the air. Turn around this way. Getting your feet underneath theirs, putting their legs up in the air, they're elevated, gives them hardly no leverage at all to turn around with. All they have now is their arms, and to prevent that, just like I said, to reach through grabbing their wrist right here, prevents them from doing any turning. And you can work on your strikes to the side from here, your chokes, your arm bars, whatever you want to work for from there. Another good position here, went from behind, is to get this figure four in here. Just get your leg across, put this leg up under it like you're doing a figure four choke, and take this foot here and put it underneath their leg. It's a really, really tight position here, and it's good for holding on. I mean, obviously you can't do the step over arm bar very well from this position. Your legs are kind of locked in, especially when you have your foot underneath theirs. But you can work, for your chokes, and you can work for all your other stuff from there, which we'll get into here in a second. Alright, we're going to do a few submissions here from the back mount once we've got our hooks in and established. The most common choke, as we all probably already know this, is just the reach around here. And it's just a regular old choke here. You can pull up on their forehead or whatever you have to do to work your arm in. Grab your own bicep and reach this hand behind their head. And a lot of people forget as they do this, but put your head down so that, there's nothing you need to be seeing here fighting a single opponent. Put your head down because you don't want to get your eyes stabbed out. When someone feels like they're fixing to get choked, maybe they're a little claustrophobic, or maybe they just don't like being strangled, they may take their thumb and reach back here and get them a little eyeball, or all of their fingers at one time. So you can see after you're through choking, make sure to get this on and lay your head down. Get it on as tight as you can. Now this choke here, in any position, you want to get that in the inside of your elbow to hit both of their arteries on their neck. For one is so that the choke is more effective when it's squeezed and put on. And for two is it's very, very dangerous to doing it on your forearm right here when it's straight. You're not choking at that point when you have it on like this. You're crushing their throat inwards. So remember that and keep that in mind while you're working this stuff. Same thing on the other side, just reach your arm all the way through, get it on the cuff of the inside of your elbow, and apply the choke. Another good move from here is when they're fighting off the choke and you just can't get it on, you can't get your arms through, which is becoming very, very easy, especially competing in the mixed martial arts events. When you're wearing the fighting gloves, really can't get the choke on very effectively because I know they're also wearing them, but they have a lot to grab on there with. You can just slip up for a simple face lock. This one you will be using your forearm for. Instead of going all the way through and getting the regular choke on, just slip the forearm up to the bridge of their nose or anywhere in their face, hopefully up above the teeth. And instead of doing the regular choke like this, just grab your hands like so and pull back just right here on the face. Either way, and remember to keep your eyes down as you're doing this. This side, same way, just go forearm to the bridge of the nose, clench your hand. Just a simple little pull. That's a very powerful move. It makes your sparring partner hate you, but your opponent will hate you even more, which is the beauty of the move. Also, with the choke a second ago, the regular basic choke, once you get it through, you do not need to grab onto your arm right here. You can simply also grab on right here and squeeze inwards like this with the choke. And then you'll have this whole forearm on their back to help push and pull like this to get that move on. Lay it down like this, get that on, make sure you duck your head, and you got that easy choke on. Works the same on both sides. Okay, back from behind again. We've got our back mount on. A lot of times we're sitting here fighting for the choke and we're playing arms and we're trying to get that on. our face lock's not working, we're doing like this, just simply try to pull back right here, and when you're laying back, you can see here that you're kind of up over their shoulder, and you know, as long as you're not getting your eyes stabbed out and you've got good control, you can take one of your free hands, or free it up by clearing it off, you know, and just push back right here. I like to actually, you know, do a bait fake first, and I'll push up on their head, and they'll obviously try to force back a little bit thinking you're going for a crank or something, and you can just take your arm and scoop it over and around their head and bring it back, and all this is reverse guillotine. Just go right on back. Same thing on this side here. We're fighting around right here. Grab, re-grab, counter-grab their wrist, pull it down. I like to push up a little bit. It gets them to force their head back, and you go all the way to the side right here and wrap your arm around and just lay back. You'll get a pretty quick tap out of them. It is a horrible position to be in. I'll show it here from the side. Got our hooks in, we're fighting around. Just clear your hand, reach right here, wrap it back, and when you set back right here, pretty quick and easy tap, because basically all you're using is just your own body weight. Alright, we're back again here, and we got the back mount on, got our hooks in. This one here is a simple little arm lock. It's not your regular arm bar where you go over right here. We're fighting around, they're blocking the choke or whatever. Just get one of your elbows in, right up in front of them, and you can pull back on this right here. And I don't know if you can see this, we might scoot around to this angle. You can put your elbow in down right here, and you can lock your hand on your own leg right here. And this gets one of their arms going back. And you can go ahead and you can stretch this arm right on back as you're holding this arm on them, or just holding their shirt or whatever you have to hold on to. And you can start stretching this arm out, and as you see, it's going to end up being an arm bar eventually here. We're just stretching back and back and back and back. And the littlest bit of pressure right there, because this is a bad angle for their arm to bend to start with. Let's do it again from this side. Alright, we got our hooks in. We're fighting around right here. Just get an elbow, drop it down through, hook it back on your own leg here, and we're just going to start working their arm back right here. We can stop them, block them, whatever we want to do with this hand. Just start working it back, and just keep it locked in with your elbow. And you can start putting pressure on it. And a lot of times you can even help this move with this shoulder right here as you're reaching across, and it's also a good fake for the choke. They'll start really worrying about this arm, feeling the more and more pressure getting put on it, and you can start working and even getting that choke on, so you'll get a double submission. Either way though, you drop this leg down a little bit so you can see. We've hooked here, we're starting to straighten this arm on back. We're starting to put pressure on it just using our elbow here. Getting it locked out further and further and further. Got this one through right here. Go ahead and grab this shoulder with this arm, and you can use this for leverage, just pushing right here on this shoulder. It will help loosen their arm up, and you can start going for that arm bar. Just dropping on down, keeping it straight. And what it's doing is it's putting their wrist to the ground as you're straightening it out with your elbow. Their wrist will go down to the ground, and then your weight is just going to start dropping on the elbow itself, which makes this submission a lock. One more time from this side. We're fighting around. I've already got my elbow through, basing it on my leg. Just start straightening it out. Start dropping down, putting a little weight on it. Alright, real quick from this side. Fighting the choke. Just slid this arm straight through, down beside my leg. Just start dropping it down, putting the weight on it. Like I said, you can reach over and grab this shoulder if you want. It's not really necessary. Once you can see their wrist is back on the mat back there. Once you have it back like this, their arm's going to be flat against the ground. See, if they're trying to force their arm up, it won't do them much good because you've already based right here. So once you start going right to there, the move starts going on very quick. Because what's happened here is you've straightened out their arm, and when your body weight's going down on it, you're hyperextending their elbow, you will hear that tapping sound.